A very good morning, class. This video is on chapter 11, the Constitution of India for class 7 Civics. You can refer to your textbook from page number 106. In the last class, I was explaining the meaning of the Constitution. So I was doing meaning of the Constitution. So I am going to little bit revise it also. Okay. So I told you in the last class that why do we need a constitution, or why does a country needs a constitution? Okay, we need a constitution because they often act as guidelines. Number one point, guidelines means rules. Okay, and guidance also means advice. For what? For better functioning, okay, and benefit of a nation and its citizens. So, why do we need these rules and regulations that is written in the book? We need these rules and regulations, okay, for proper functioning, okay, and welfare, proper running and welfare of a nation and its citizens. They often act as guidelines or advice. So what should be done in order to, okay, in order to run the government nicely, as well as for the betterment of its citizens, okay? So the first meaning is this one. The second meaning, okay? Now, today we find, okay, most countries in the world are democratic countries. And it is not necessary that all countries, okay, that are democratic, okay, have a constitution. So, all democratic countries have a constitution. But it is not necessary that all countries, okay, which have constitutions are called democratic. Okay, they have different types of governments. So the second one is types of government. So whenever we are talking about government or form of government, what is the form of government? What type of government is that? Okay, to better understand this, okay, we have to look at two examples. Okay, number one example is India. Okay, number one example is India. Number two example is Nepal. Now, if you look at the Indian government, it is a democratic form of government. Okay, it is a democratic form of government. Democratic form of government. So, India has a democratic form of government where it is ruled by the people and it is for the people and of the people. Okay, I understand. But if you look at Nepal, it is a monarchical form of government, and this monarchical form of government basically existed till 1996. Till 1996, okay, they had, okay, basically monarchical form of government. But in 2006, okay, in Nepal, okay, people started a people's movement which threw the king. Okay, now what is a monarchical form of government? Monarchical form of government means, okay, a king or the queen is the head of the country. Okay, is the head or the executive head of the country. Okay, but in 2006, okay, Nepal were, due to the people's movement, where the people threw the monarch or the king from the throne, they established a democratic form of government. And from then onwards, people are started or have started to write the constitution. They are in the process of writing the constitution of Nepal. Okay, so I am talking about, okay, many countries in the world have different types of government. So this is one example, okay, which I have given you, okay. And if you look at India, in India, okay, we have a democratic form of government, okay. We have a democratic form of government, and this Constitution of India basically, okay, helps in running this government or function by the three organs of the government, or the main three organs of the government in India. Main three ORGAN as organs of the government. Okay. Now, whenever we are talking about main three organs of the government, okay, they are basically legislation. Legislature, okay, executive, 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 and judiciary. These are the three main organs of the government, okay, these are the three main organs of the government. So, I am drawing this one. We are still doing the meaning of the constitution. Okay. Legislature, executive, and judiciary. JUDIA. Judiciary. Okay. So whenever we are talking about legislature, executive, and judiciary, these are the three main organs of the government. Okay. They together perform, okay, the function of the government, okay, and they follow what? The Constitution of India, okay, for maintaining law and order, okay. So in order to maintain law and order, it is basically looked after the police service, okay, Indian police services, or superintendent of police is basically in charge of maintaining law and order in the country, okay, which is basically, okay, basically the executive body, okay. So they together perform the, okay, function of the government to maintain law and order and look after the benefit of the people. So these three organs of the government are there to look after the benefit as well as to maintain law and order, okay. But they also provide a system of check and balance. Now we are talking about the limitation of this organs that is written in your code. Okay. So here in the book is written that it defines and determines the organization of the government. So what are the functions of this government? Okay. And the power exercised by various organs of the government. Now I'm coming to the power exercise also. But when they are using power, okay, if they have absolute power, if they have more power, then they might be corrupt. So in order to check that corruption, there is a system of check and balances, okay? There is a system of check and balance, okay? That is called limitation, that is also written in the book, okay? Limitation to exercise, okay? Check and balances of the organs of the government, okay? To make sure that, okay, there is a separation of power. What is the separation of power? Now, legislature, okay, is a separate organ of the government, as well as executive, as well as judiciary. Okay, they are independent from each other. They are independent. Okay, they are independent from each other. Okay, this legislature does not put the moves, okay, in the business of executive. Executive does not put the moves in the business of judiciary. Okay, so what does legislature do? Legislature basically makes law. Okay, the executive basically enforces or applies law. Okay, enforces the law. Okay, and the third one is judiciary basically applies the law. Now you can see here, applies the law. If all these powers were vested in only legislature, then this legislature will be too powerful and might be corrupt also. So this power has been separated into three branches or organs, that is called legislature, executive, and judiciary, where there is a system of check and balances, where, okay, different organs of the government have limitation on that power. Okay, so the power exercised by these organs are basically they make law. Okay, executive they enforces law, and judiciary they applies law. Okay, and judiciary applies law when, okay, when there are cases, okay, arising due to the breach of law. If somebody violates the law, okay, or somebody, okay, breaks the law in your country or in your state or in your district or or in your town or in your village, then these judges basically decides the case in the court of law. Are you understand? So no single organ have too much power. They have separate power. This is called separation of power, which is caused by limitation of power. Okay. So we have finished the second part. Okay. Now we are going to the third part. Okay. Of the meaning of the Constitution. Okay. The third function or the meaning of the Constitution is the Constitution of India. Okay. The Constitution of India also guarantees certain basic freedoms, okay, freedoms, okay, to all its citizens. So citizens are people, okay, who live in the country and who has the right to vote, okay. So he is born in India, he will die in India, he is studying in India, as well as he is voting in India, so he becomes a citizen of that particular country, okay. Now, the Constitution of India also guarantees, okay, certain basic freedoms. These freedoms are called fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. These freedoms are called what? Fundamental rights. Certain basic freedoms. These basic freedoms are called what? Fundamental rights. Which is found or incorporated, which are incorporated, C-O-R-P-O-R-A-T-E, incorporated, okay, in part, okay, 3, okay, from Article 12 to, okay, 35 of Indian Constitution. So in the Constitution you have these articles which gives you certain basic freedoms, okay. These freedoms are called fundamental rights, okay, which basically is found from Article 12 to 35 in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, okay. These rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, and right to education also. These rights that we call fundamental rights are justiciable, justiciable. It's written justiciable, okay. Now these rights are justiciable means, okay, you can basically knock the doors of the Supreme Court or the High Court if your right is violated, okay. So these rights can be examined in the court of law, that is in the High Court, that is found in the state, in the Supreme Court, that is found in the country, subordinate court, that is in the town, district court, that is in the district, okay, village court, that is in the Nayab Panchayat also, okay. So a law or a suit can be filed in the High Court or the Supreme Court if they are violated or if the rules are broken by somebody, okay. It can be government official, it can be common people also who might violate your law. That is right to freedom, right to religion, right to education, etc. Okay. Now, apart from these fundamental rights, okay, in this Constitution of India, the Constitution of India also guarantees certain, okay, fundamental duties. Fundamental duties. So there are fundamental rights as well as there are fundamental duties, okay, in the Constitution of India, okay. Now, fundamental duties are non-justiciable, Justiciable, justiciable, okay, are non-justiciable, which cannot be basically, or you cannot, if your right is violated, or if your fundamental duty is violated, then you cannot knock the doors of the Supreme Court or the High Court, okay. This is what are fundamental duties. These fundamental duties are directive principles of state policy, state policies. Okay, it is rather these are not rights. These are basically duties of a citizen. Duties of a citizen. Okay, in order to make your country better or more progressive, okay, more advanced, so you have to know certain duties as a citizen. So it's just a moral obligation. Moral obligation means okay, what is right and what is wrong. Okay, so if okay, forests are being cut down, then forest has to be preserved for betterment of the environment in order to protect it. Okay, you know what is right and what is wrong. So this forest preservation also comes in the direct principles of state policy. That is in the fundamental duties. It is rather a moral obligation of all the citizens to promote as well as to uphold unity of India. Unity of India is also comes under direct principles of state policy. Okay. Now we are moving on to the important features of the Indian Constitution. In the meaning of the Constitution only, we are studying the important features of the Indian Constitution. Now, Indian Constitution, it has unique features. Okay, it has unique features. The Indian Constitution, Indian Constitution, okay, Indian Constitution has unique features. Has unique features, because this Indian Constitution, that is the Constitution of India, has been borrowed from various countries, like England, like USA, France, Ireland, Australia, Japan, China, Canada, etc. And this Indian Constitution is the world's latest constitution, constitution. So whenever we are talking about the world's latest constitution, constitution, we are talking about if you compare our constitution with other countries, or articles of other countries. Our Indian Constitution or the Constitution of India has articles. How many articles does Indian Constitution have? Indian Constitution has 295 articles. Which is divided, into 22 parts. So Indian Constitution has the world's latest constitution, and if you compare this constitution with other constitutions articles, our Indian Constitution has 395 articles divided into 22 parts at the time of making. Today it consists of 495 articles. Today, in your book it is written there are 395 articles, but today, presently, we have 495 articles. Which is divided into 25 parts. Remember that. Apart from it, it also has got 12 schedules. So 12 schedules is found in the Indian Constitution. Schedules. With this, I have finished the meaning of the Constitution. Today, hope you find this lesson useful. Thank you for listening. In the next class, I will be doing Constituent Assembly. Have a good day.